All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is your recap from week 4. So let's take a quick look at the standings here. We've got Josh, Cooper Cup's Chubb, all alone at the top. Then we've got a tie for second between Jake, Nick, and surprisingly, Sam. Tied for fifth, we've got Bobby and Brad, how the mighty have fallen back to earth. And Ben and Andy are also there at 2 and 2. Then tied ninth, we've got Adam, myself, and Aaron, and then all the way at the bottom at 0 and 4 is Kat. So let's review how we got here. Last week, our first matchup we'll look at is Aaron versus Ben. Aaron, who team looks solid in name, he really suffered from having Jamal Williams go out first series there against Green Bay. The defense didn't help him out either. He also left Stephon Diggs and Jordan Howard's 32 points on his bench. So as he fell to Ben by 35 points nearly. Ben led the way with Robert Woods, 29.5 points. Our next matchup was the Shoemake household. Ho-ho! Andy lost. How did he get there? Well, let's see. On the bench, he left Jack Doyle and Emmanuel Sanders. That hurt him, but Sam's team was really unstoppable this week. She beat him by 15. Solid performances around despite getting nothing out of her flex and negative points out of her defense. She left Jalen Samuels and Winston and A.J. Brown on her bench and still somehow pulled out the 15-point win. David Johnson helping her out. Jake back to scoring oodles and oodles of points, beating Bobby. Bobby didn't do too badly, however, his Bengals leading him to victory plan didn't work out. As he leaves Lamar Jackson on his bench, Corey Davis went off on his bench. Jake, of course, run CMC, taking care of business. Streaming Jacoby Brissett worked out. Cortland Sutton had a big game, and Jarvis Landry had a big game. So Jake back to scoring oodles of points. Nick laid waste to Kat. Kat still scored a lot of points. Her team looks like maybe running into some bad luck. Nick, though, leaving Chris Godwin in that crazy Rams-Bucks game on his bench. Thankfully didn't come back to bite him. He led the way still with Wayne Gallman, and I think he spent, $25 on that. Stafford still solid for him. Kat's the walking wounded. She played what she had to play, so still got 110 points out of that. Then, of course, Josh, our leader, he dispatched of Brad, who was really suffering with Saquon being on the bench. Josh had with Nick Chubb and Cooper Kupp leading the way for him. Big game from Nick Chubb, 39 points. Brad didn't get a whole lot out of Marlon Mack. Eckler still performing well for him. And he kind of the same deal. He had to play with Barkley being on his bench. And then the Sucktastic McAssholes got their first win. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Sucktastic McAssholes got their first win. I actually scored 140 points this week thanks to some Monday Night Magic from James Conner. Kenny Galladay picking me up as well. Still had some guys on the bench here I could have played. Adam still scored 114 points. Didn't make any major miscues. Had Gardner, well, now he's got it, Rodgers. Still just how the cookie crumbles some weeks. So, Sucktastic McAsshole's not in last. Kat, let's see if we can get you a win next to make it kind of interesting. And Josh somehow leading the way. So, that's your recap of week 4, how we got here. We will preview tomorrow.